Alright there, it's your old mate Yorkie here. Welcome you back to my humble opinion when I take a glance at the games on the monthly Humble Choice Bundle. For this month, December, no, yes, no, January, I've lost track. January 2025. We have 8 games. I never worry about these things down here. We have 8 games. We've got Against the Storm, Jagged Alliance 3, Blasphemous 2, Beneath Orissa, Fort Solis, Boxers Lost Fragments, Dordogne, and the Pegasus Expedition. Now, to begin with, I have a look at the descriptions and the videos that come with them. And then going forward through the month, next few days, next few weeks, I take a glance at the games individually. Sometimes there's keys games I don't look at because I already own them, or I see immediately that they're for multiplayer only, which I don't really do. But all of these seem like they'll play for single player, and I didn't own any of them, so there's no keys for you to get this time. When I'm not going to play a game for the reasons I said, I always leave the key available for the first person. Anyway, let's take a look at Against the Storm. You are, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Strategy simulation, hooded horse, Eremite games, $30. They're not doing expensive headliners this time, are they? You are the Viceroy, a leader charged by the Scorched Queen to reclaim the wilderness and discover lost riches of the Smouldering City, or for the Smouldering City, civilization's last bastion against the Blight Storm that destroyed the old world. Unlike most survival city builders, where your focus is a single city, in Against the Storm you must build a vast, prosperous network of settlements, populated by diverse fantasy races, each with their own specialization and needs. The wilderness holds many hidden dangers, and never-ending storms will batter your population into submission. If your settlement should fall, then the expedition may end, but not the game. Against the Storm is a roguelike city builder, meaning you will carry forward the resources, upgrades, and experience of your past expeditions each time you set off for a new journey into the wild. Manage your diverse population of villagers. Foxes, beavers, and lizards stand alongside humans and harpies in the struggle to survive. Utilize each group's strengths as you balance their varying needs, from housing and culinary preferences to tasting luxuries and recreation. Will you manufacture raincoats, brew ale, and bake pies to boost morale in the face of the oppressive hostility of the forest? Or will you prioritize the needs of one species over another to operate more swiftly for the Scorched Queen? Sounds like it's deeper than some city builders you can get. City builder meets roguelite. That's also unusual-ish. Experience core city building gameplay enhanced by roguelite replayability. Build and manage multiple settlements spread out across a large world map, all while collecting valuable meta progression resources to upgrade the smouldering city. Feel the pressure of an expectant monarch as the Scorched Queen demands constant progress, while recurring blight storms pose an inevitable threat to your settlements. Manage your reputation to secure your success at any one settlement before moving on to establish another. Constantly seeking new opportunities for growth, taking on unique challenges across multiple biomes, and bracing for the inevitable destruction of everything but the smouldering city itself. How will you maximize each cycle to not just ensure the best fate for the smouldering city, but for your career as Viceroy as well? Never the same game twice. With hundreds of gameplay modifiers and 6 distinct biomes, every city location presents unique challenges for even the most resourceful Viceroy. Adjust your strategy to changing weather conditions and experiment with rosters of building blueprints and perks that can help your society thrive or bring it to ruin. Will you take on and complete additional objectives and delve deeper into the dangerous forest for potential boons? Or will you approach with caution to ensure you operate within your capabilities? All the while, you never know what wares the trader will bring next year, and the forest holds treasures and resources, but also ancient threats. Build an endless number of cities. It's only 4 gigabytes of RAM. Interesting. Laying the foundations for a new city is one of the most exciting moments in a city building game. In Against the Storm, you'll have the opportunity to repeatedly experience this by creating new settlements while still interacting with your network of previously established cities in a growing world. Alright, let's go to the VT, let's see what they've got there.
Fate. Fate is like a raging storm. It can sweep you away, or you can ride it. We are viceroys, elite settlers serving the Scorched Queen. Our job is to establish colonies and gather precious resources. Every settlement we build presents new challenges. We seize opportunities and venture bravely into the unknown.
I do like a city builder now and then.
To changing conditions, and we're not afraid to experiment. Plans don't always go as expected, but we face the consequences head on.
I'm looking very interested in this. It could be a lot of fun.
As we progress, we take on bolder challenges. Every time the Blight Storm ravages the world, we face new opportunities and new threats.
It's like we've got battles going on as well.
Embrace your fate and stand against the storm.
I'm looking forward to trying that one. There's a good chance I might put it up for a vote to come to the channel for an afternoon game. We'll have to see. There is another VT. Let's have a look at that one.
This is Against the Storm, a roguelite city builder where every settlement presents you with different challenges. Things start out pretty familiar. A blank canvas you need to turn into a thriving economy. Send your villagers out to gather resources, set up basic logistics, and construct buildings that will form complex supply chains. Except, you'll only have a subset of all buildings on each run, and there's no guarantee you'll encounter the same resources twice when exploring procedurally generated maps. You can't force your way to victory by repeating the same strategy over and over again. You must adapt. Various production buildings can manufacture the same goods, but at varying efficiencies, while each species excels at different tasks. There's always a way out of a tight spot. Barter with traders, or please the old gods by sacrificing your villagers. To convince the queen that your settlement is self-sufficient, you must fulfill her orders, venture into the ominous forest, or win your people's hearts. If you succeed, you will be rewarded with resources to spend on a variety of permanent upgrades, and then move on to the next settlement. With hundreds of gameplay modifiers and 6 distinct biomes, every run presents a new puzzle to solve. So, on to the next one? A new challenge always awaits in Against the Storm. Coming to Steam on December 8th.
Yeah, I really am looking forward to trying that. I've already downloaded it, so it's going to be the first one I do try off the Humble Bundle this month. Let's move on. Jagged Alliance 3. Action Strategy, THQ Nordic. They have some good games and some that are a bit more questionable. Jaime Monk Games, okay. $45, that's more expensive. 89, very positive. Let's see. Grand Chien, a nation of rich natural resources and deep political divides, is thrown into chaos when the elected president goes missing and a paramilitary force known as the Legion seizes control of the countryside. Now the president's family has pulled together all their resources, including an arrangement with the powerful Adonis Corporation to hire a group of skilled mercenaries, tasked with finding the president and bringing order back to the countryside. In Jagged Alliance 3, select from a huge cast of mercenaries, all with their own unique personalities, quirks, and backstories. Then go out and explore Grand Chien as you meet new people, earn money, grow your team, and ultimately make your own decisions that will decide the fate of the country. Doesn't suggest it's action, but it doesn't suggest it's got a strong storyline. This does. Doesn't look like it's got role players. I don't know. We'll have to see. Features: engage in rich tactical turn-based combat. Recruit from a large cast of unique mercenaries, including many familiar fan favourites. Loot, salvage, and customise an arsenal of weaponry and equipment. I've not played any of the Jagged Alliance series. Choose from a wide array of special perks to customise your works. Decide the fate of Grand Chien in an open... Oh, it's an RPG structure. Okay, interesting. Control territory, train the locals, command multiple parties, and defend against enemy forces in an alive, active world. Experience the campaign with friends in online co-op. Yeah, no, I'll be playing single player when I play it. See what it looks like.
Oh, I've seen this in a movie. That signal brings a vigilante who beats up all the criminals.
In a nation that has lost all hope, its people suffer under the rule of the Legion. But now, there is a chance at freedom.
Oh, snap! I hope everyone saw that!
With the help of mercenaries from the internet.
Holy shit! I almost died!
Seems like it's got a strong sense of humour.
Whack job means you do good job breaking stuff. Whack job is best job!
Brought to you by THQ Nordic and MMont Games.
How good it is, I'll leave the question for now.
Featuring an epic cast of battle-hardened mercs.
I'll need more money if I am to tolerate her presence.
Fantabulous!
Hundreds of weapons and mods.
Bet if I take this thing apart, not one piece will be stamped made in America.
Anyway.
Intense turn-based combat.
Yeah.
Here they come, team. Let's lay out the welcome mat.
They can be fun.
Neutralized. Stay sharp.
Dynamic environments.
They won't see me until it's too late.
Someone is gonna have a bad day soon.
Open world gameplay. And you can even bring a friend.
That's not something I was worried about. I said not do.
With characters to meet and stories to experience, your choices will determine the fate of Grand Chien.
I like the graphics and everything
Get
else.
ready.
It looks like it could be good.
For adventure, courage, loyalty, money, and guns, and knives, and more guns, and mortars, and alligators,
Does he bite?
and explosions.
He's a freaking great big gator, of course he bites.
Jagged Alliance 3.
This was a very good movie, but it did not have enough cowboys.
Let's move on to the next VT.
Wow, isn't that fancy?
Bagged one.
Jagged Alliance 3 is coming out soon, and we're here to explore what Jagged is and what it is not. Jagged Alliance is a series of games featuring turn-based tactics and RPG elements first released in 1994, with Jagged Alliance 2 following in 1999 and considered one of the best games of its genre. There was some other spin-offs that, let's just say, were interesting. But we are here to make it right. Ian Curry, the creator of the original Jaggeds, is here to keep us from things up so we don't piss off our Jagged fans out there. And really, anyone who buys the game. So what makes Jagged Alliance 3 a worthy addition to the series? Well,
sounds like they're only that they have some bad games.
We're making the magic happen.
You know how some games tell you the success probability of hitting a target, and it's all about figuring out the perfect solution? Yeah, well, we don't. Jagged is not just a puzzle, but a simulation. There is no perfect solution. We want you to experiment, to listen to your mercs, and trust your experience, which might be easier said than done.
Trust me, I know the type.
You will need to consider your situation. How's the weather? The lighting? How are your mercs? Did they have a boo-boo? Did they get their full 8 hours last night? You will need to consider the battlefield. Do you have the higher ground? Are your mercs in cover? How about their lines of sight or visibility? Not to mention managing character stats, listening for verbal hints, situational modifiers.
Good chance of me, not missing.
Yeah, you get the picture. And sometimes, life will hand you lemons. And then they explode. Is it challenging? Yes. Is it fun? You're damn right it is. These mechanics accord to your battle strategy, giving combat an organic feel.
I'm liking that.
It also makes listening to your mercs important. Most of the time.
Igor, great at hiding. You will see. Or you will not.
That's actually a really nice segue to talk about the characters. And in Jagged, there are a lot of them. 40 fully voiced mercs with their own backstories, personalities, interactions, playstyles, even phobias.
This place make me sweaty. It will not look good on the camera.
These characters actually play like individuals, meaning their personalities will affect how they operate in the world, how they react to the enemy, and how they work with each other. And like any real-world situation, sometimes things can get a little dicey. Assemble your squads wisely because there are team players, and then there's this.
Fidel, no more work for you.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right? And bad team management over time is a nightmare.
What the fuck you want, mercenaries?
And let's not forget about the local inhabitants of Grand Chien with their own story arcs that range from humorous to a little bit heavier. All these people are part of the open world of Jagged.
Humorous and heavy.
From the jungles to the slums to the desert,
like a dragon.
the world is yours to explore and enjoy at your own pace. Go wherever you want, make your own missions, manage your mercs, mod your weapons. There's lots to do for an energetic sociopath like yourself. Be careful of pissing off the locals too much, though. Just because you can live with your actions doesn't mean they have to. You can treat the populace with respect and support. Or take them for all they're worth. Whatever lets you sleep at night.
You're about to get fucked by an...
This country is your sandbox, and it's gonna get dirty. At this point, pretty sure many of you already know that this game is for you. And you love it. We've got mercs, we got open world, we got guns, bombs, blades, tactics, destruction, and everything in between. Are you excited? Us too!
You heard the man!
So what else can we say except you'll have to check it out for yourself. Thanks for watching!
That was 4.5 minutes long. Actually, were they both? I don't know if I think that was, but I'm not going to watch the last one since that's going to go too long on this one game. But I'm really looking forward to trying it. It is rated 89%, so that's a really good rate. What was this one rated? 95. These are some good headliners by the look of it. Next, we've got Blasphemous 2, Action Indie Adventure, Team 17, The Game Kitchen, $30. 92%? Okay, let's have a look. This graphic that I'm seeing here doesn't look like my thing, but we'll have a look. The second scripture of the Blasphemous series portends the return of the Penitent One, with a story that continues from the Free Wounds of Eventide DLC for the original game, where the hearts in the sky heralded the return of the miracle and foretold the birth of a new miracle child. I hope you don't have to know the from 1 and the DLC, because I've not touched it. Awakened in his strange new land and displaced from his final resting place, the Penitent One is thrust back into the endless cycle of life, death, and resurrection, with no other option than to explore this perilous new world and uncover its long-forgotten secrets. Hordes of grotesque enemies stand in your way, awaiting final judgment by the brutal hand of the penitent one, with titanic twisted bosses also lurking in the darkness, waiting for their chance to return you to the grove from whence you came. Taking them down won't be easy, but with Blasphemous 2 offering more chance to customize and improve your skill set, along with several new unique weapons to wield with righteous zeal and unending fury, victory might just be within your grasp. Ultimately, only one thing is certain: penance never ends. Explore a fuller, non-linear world. Having awoken in a strange new land, your journey starts anew, in a series of enchantingly grotesque landscapes, oozing gothic charm and littered with unforgiving traps. How you tackle the labyrinthine world remains at your discretion. There is no wrong turn to be made, only scores to settle. Savage combat. The penitent one shows no mercy, and with a series of new weapons, offering new moves, brutal executions, and expanded combos, destruction will reign on any that stand in the way. Customize your playthrough your way. Blasphemous 2 offers some new ways to play with the ability to customize and improve your base skill set, along with several new unique weapons to unleash devastating attacks on the enemy. Grand, intense boss battles, hordes of monstrous foes, stand between you and your goal. Twisted bosses with unique attack patterns, or patters, it's meant to be patterns, and sundering abilities will put your skill set or your skills to the test as you fight to stand triumphant when the dust settles. A whole new world awaits. Explore a deep new world with mysterious new NPCs to interact with. Some will offer aid, some will ask for it, and others will send you on death-defying missions to obtain new, long-forgotten items. With so much to see and do, the stories and myths you encounter will help you unpick the game's myriad of secrets, granting you a deeper understanding of this strange new world. I'm not thinking this is going to book my alley. It might be, but I'm thinking it might not be. Let's have a look. Let's go to VT.
Rated M for mature.
But on this ascending path of penitence,
platforming,
the arch confraternity awaits you.
We've got elements of pixel art, that's enough.
Those penitents that the miracle itself took as its sentinels now await your arrival. Orospina, the confraternity of embroiderers. Benedicta, of the confraternity of endless orison. Odon, of the confraternity of salt. Lesmes, of the confraternity of incorruptible flesh. All under the dictate of the oldest penitent, Eviterno, father of the penitents.
Yeah, it seems to be supporting what I'm saying, is that it looks like it'll be an off for me, outside my wheelhouse, outside things I enjoy. But possibly a good game all the same. It's going to be interesting to try it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give it a shot. You know, a Let's Look at least, where says what I do going forward in the month. See whether I want to go further, but my guess is I won't want to. I don't know for sure yet. Indie RPG strategy, Goblins Publishing, Broken Spear Inc. $25 for Beneath Aresa, and it's rated 79%. The weakest so far. Choose your hero, choose your companion, choose your cards. Dive into Oresa and face its many perils in fast-paced missions. Beneath Oresa is a fighting roguelike deck builder. Intriguing. Deep within the city, confront your foes in real tactical arenas. As a strategist, keep your cards, upgrades, and artifacts wisely, or choose them rather. But as a fighter, keep your distances with your foes, engage them at the right moments, and turn their positioning to your advantage. With several factions, many heroes, and unique abilities, daily missions, unique game mechanics, and more, this furious combination of roguelike and tactics elements will lead you deep beneath Oresa. Companion choices. Each time you dive into the depths, you choose a second hero to accompany you. As a companion, each hero brings 8 unique powers. With dozens of possible duos, you can develop your own playstyle or try improbable duos. Do you need an expert against boss fights or a proto blacksmith that enhances your card upgrades? Battlefield zones. Position on the battlefield has never been more important. Line up enemies for super attacks, move to a different zone and avoid being hit, or position enemies to knock into each other. Forks improvement system. Cards don't just get better. Each card upgrade comes with difficult strategic choice between 2 upgrades. Choose wisely, depending on your deck and playstyle. A powerful bonus, but only for 1 round, or the same bonus but for the whole fight. 2 different paths. And there's a Discord. Don't know. Let's go to BT.
The ashes of the era of the 1,000 kingdoms are long cold. Oresa, the city of the gods, stood for centuries. But
Graphics are
now
cartoony, but
that the
definitely worthwhile.
divine rulers are gone, people come here to ask for help, offer services, or conclude other nefarious deals. Few are bold enough to descend into the ruins of the city of the gods. But they are all looking for something. Adventure, personal quests, or wealth. Ultimately, we are all drawn here to unravel what lies beneath Oresa.
Deck building tactics can be fun, but they can also be frustrating and annoying. Depends how well it's implemented. Again, I'm looking forward to trying that one, but I don't know how it's going to hit. Moving on, we have Fort Solis, an adventure game. Dear Villagers, Black Drakkar Games, Fallen Leaf, $25. 70%, so definitely the weakest so far, just mostly positive. Courage is not the lack of fear, it is acting in spite of it. Welcome to Fort Solis. Responding to an unusual alarm call from a remote mining base, Jack arrives at the dark and desolate Fort Solis. With storm warnings imminent, he heads inside to make desperate contact. As the night grows longer, events escalate, spiral out of control, and the mystery of what happened to the crew begins to reveal itself. The storm is approaching, limiting Jack's escape as he looks to hold out until morning arrives. Immersive storytelling. Fort Solis looks to deliver a high-fidelity experience designed to completely immerse the player in the cast and their long night. With performances from Roger Clark, Troy Baker, and Julia Brown, Fort Solis looks to deliver emotion, fear, empathy, and much more with every chapter. Supporting the core narrative are additional instances of story, such as audio logs, surveillance footage, or of past and present events. Accompanying these are video logs recorded by all the crew detailing their events before and perhaps even after the night the alarm was triggered at Fort Solis. A uniquely singular cinematic experience. The story is told across 4 chapters like a Netflix series. Fort Solis can be binged in one intense session. How long is it? Or played chapter by chapter like an episodic TV show. Excuse me. Grounded by the visuals. Fort Solis, I say, forgive me, I'm still getting over a cold. Fort Solis brings to players the next level of details, facial and body animations. With the help of Unreal Engine 5.2, Fort Solis' realistic universe is brought to life. An isolated mining complex. The skeleton of Fort Solis is built above and below ground. The base contains a variety of locations, each with their own surface and subsurface levels. Players will be able to explore the isolated storm before their bearing surface, the creepy service tunnels, absent of any light, or the multiple departments that help Fort Solis function on a day-to-day basis, such as engineering, medical, and communications. As the story unfolds, locations can easily be revisited for additional story context or continue to serve as backdrop to the fate that awaits Jack with each passing hour. Well, let's see what the VT has to say for itself, because that could be good or bad.
Peggy 16.
I like a good story. But is it a good story?
Fort Solis, this is Jack Leary, senior engineer, responding to your alarm. Please come in.
Jack?
Jess, Solis is locked down.
Be careful.
Lovely. Still no sign of anyone. Where could they be?
Please tell me you didn't remove your helmet.
It's not natural to wear it that long. Why would someone remove the power supply? Hello?
Made contact?
I think there may have been an incident here.
An incident? What kind of incident?
Something's going on here. The patient vomited blood.
I need to get out of here.
I'm on it. Airlock breach, get your helmet on. Jack, your helmet, get out of there now. How are you holding up? Well, what the hell is going on there?
Solis, it's...
Jack? What happened?
We need to go.
Jack!
This is Jessica Appleton, Fort Minor.
We have received your incident report and have dispatched security forces to evaluate the situation.
How long before they're there?
Fort Solis.
I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for the 70% rating, that would have me really interested. I'm going to give it a let's look. It might be that it's up my alley and a bit niche for some people. I don't know. Let's just have one more look at the VT. I'm definitely intrigued and interested in seeing how it, the let's look goes. But I don't know if it's going to be good or not. That 70% is a bit of a. That's not really adding anything to me. Alright, moving on. Boxer's Lost Fragments. Indie Adventure. Snapbreak, Big Loop Studios. Only $15, so not much more than the Humble Bundle itself. As a legendary thief, your next assignment lures you into a grand and lavish mansion. There you find a series of puzzle boxes designed for an unknown purpose. Suddenly, you realise that this is no ordinary building, and that you are no longer in control of what is unfolding, and perhaps never were. What should have been a quick in and out turns into your own harrowing struggle for freedom and answers. Inspired by the cryptic atmosphere, intricate machinery, and smooth controls of the best room escape games. I've never played a room escape game, actually. We have created a diverse set of original puzzle levels that will test your resolve and skills to navigate this mysterious and compelling journey. Each level is beautiful, unique, and a true delight to explore and figure out. It's 91%, but it's a puzzle game. I don't generally like puzzle games because I find I can very easily not think the same way as others, and I can be Captain Oblivious and completely miss things. So, we'll see. Let's have a look at VT. Nice graphics, I suppose, but I have a feeling it's going to be too puzzle heavy for me. I am going to take a look at it, like I will all of them, but I have a feeling it's going to be outside my wheelhouse. See, I thought they were just drilled. I didn't realise I could turn them. That's often the kind of thing I don't realise, so I don't do it. Yeah. I might be able to do it. I mean, who knows? But I have a feeling I'm going to try it out and quickly go, yeah, not for me. It looks like it'd be a good game, but possibly not for me. Next up. Dordogne. Indie adventure, focus entertainment, humanimation, un je ne sais quoi. $15. Again, just more than the cost of the Humble Bundle. Immerse yourself in a... Oh, you rated what, by the way? 94, so really good. Cheap, but really good. Immerse yourself in a unique narrative experience, embarking on a vibrant journey that will awaken your senses and evoke warm memories. Play as Mimi, exploring the precious recollections of your childhood and time shared with your late grandmother. As past meets present, confront your adult choices and fond childhood memories to uncover lost family secrets. Explore Dordogne landscape of 1,000 summer colours within sumptuous hand-painted watercolour environments. During your adventure, recall the moments, the panoramas, the scents, the sounds, the sensations. Recount these vivid memories on your journal, or in your journal, as a recollection of Mimi's family past that's unique to your experience and a nostalgic, touching reflection on your journey. Explore the stunning landscapes of Dordogne in hand-painted watercolours. Embark on a unique and heartwarming narrative experience. Awaken your senses as you explore childhood memories. Collect photos, sounds, and scents to create your journal unique to your adventure. Right, let's go to BT.
What is your first memory? Mine is somewhere in the last few months before my 13th birthday.
This is... wow.
Nice! We'll have fun, the two of us.
Whoa!
Look at me,
Don't worry, I'm fine!
excited to explore the world. And like a bad dream, I can't seem to move on.
Where are you going?
To play outside with a friend!
A lot happened that day.
And you haven't seen anything yet. A giant dragon that sleeps at the bottom of the Dordogne.
What a journey it was. The market, the people, the river, the pebbles, the cold, cold water. The Dordogne.
I mean, it looks cute. Definitely be worth a look. Looks cute. We'll see when we take a look. That's one I've got modest hope for. But I don't know. And finally, the Pegasus Expedition. Indie strategy simulation. Color Game Works. Fulcrum Publishing. $20. Rated 70%, so not very highly, just mostly positive. The Pegasus Expedition is a story-driven sci-fi grand strategy game set in a key moment for humankind's survival. Facing an overwhelming threat at home, humanity sends an expedition to the Pegasus Galaxy in a desperate attempt to find a refuge for the population of Earth, only to find themselves in the middle of an interstellar war they inadvertently started. Oops. Hate when that happens. As you lead one of these fleets, your mission soon transitions from exploration to governance, conquest, and eventually a fight for survival. Players will experience a challenging story where nothing is self-evident and every decision will have its consequences. Building on the legacy of the grand strategy genre, the Pegasus Expedition has a strong narrative side to the classic 4X gameplay, which involves managing your diplomatic ties, armies, economy, and scientific development. Key features: immense handcrafted world, a replayable campaign set in a rich, vast world, conflict and tragedy. Experience a deep storyline where no one is perfect and ends will often have to justify the means. Just be the leader you wish to be, face difficult moral choices in difficult times, and suffer their consequences. Rewarding gameplay experience, versatile 4X gameplay with many different approaches to various challenges. The campaign presents meaningful diplomacy, a diverse and versatile system with over 30 independent factions. Planning-based combat. Manage your warfront's bigger picture and weigh which losses you're willing to take for success. A story-driven 4X game. The Pegasus Expedition is a story-driven grand strategy game which focuses on combining an epic sci-fi narrative with a solid 4X foundation to create a very unique narrative strategy game experience. Are they trying to do too much? Is that why they ended up with 70%, I wonder? Because it sounds interesting, but that 70%, like I said on the previous game, is concerning. Your decisions and actions shape the galaxy around you, with every alliance and crisis you suffer or cause leaving their mark. The Council. As a director of Zeus Link Fleet, you control all aspects of the Zeus Link, making all of your critical decisions with your council, the group of your closest subordinates and advisors. They will inform you of new developments in the galaxy and do their part in solving the numerous crises and incidents you will have to resolve one way or another. Economy. You will start out with only your seasoned but thin expeditionary fleet, and you'll need to develop a functioning economy fast to keep the expedition going. After all, you'll be supplied from home for only so long. Diplomacy in a torn galaxy. The Pegasus Galaxy is full of independent factions, with their own grudges, rivalries, and fragile alliances, so you'll need to navigate the diplomatic landscapes. and with care in order to succeed. That will involve both making dynamic deals and treaties in the diplomacy system, as well as making tough choices in dialogue. After all, you are a suspicious and despised newcomer in this galaxy, with with limited time and huge expectations to accomplish. Manage your fleets and officers. To survive in this new and often hostile galaxy, it's extremely important to keep your forces improving and your leaders trained. You'll have to work with limited human resources, and choosing the right person for the right job can often make a difference. Assign admirals, governors, and special forces operatives to help you to victory. Stellar warfare. War never really changes, and the Pegasus Galaxy has a lot of it to offer. Choose your strategies and plan your battles well. As in the Pegasus Expedition's unique combat, careful planning is everything. Espionage and the well thought out movement of your forces will be crucial in war, in order to have your fleets at the right place at the right time. Technology. In the future, there's an even shinier future ahead. There are great discoveries to be made and many things, great and less great, that you can do using those discoveries. To have a chance against your foes, you'll need to be one step ahead of them in technology too, not just in strategy. Fight against the ever worsening odds. Your starting situation is not an easy one, and it's only going to get worse. The longer the expedition continues, the higher the stakes, with new threats, enemies, backstabbers, and heroic resistance movements. Everything to keep the campaign dynamic, interesting, and challenging to the very end. With plenty of characters, side quests, and twists and turns to the campaign, the dynamic Pegasus Galaxy will present new challenges to face that will keep you on your toes. It sounds like it's trying to do too much. Let's go to BT.
We all have something we've been trained for.
Not very
We
attractive
all
graphics
have
either.
a purpose in this. Now, my friends,
Good enough.
time has come to fulfill that purpose. Each and every one of you, my brave soldiers, shrewd agents, intrepid colonists, you must think you're just ordinary people in desperate times, but that is always how heroes are born. We are here to save Earth, to save our loved ones and our homes. And because of that, I know that there are no other heroes than you. This is the day, the final trial. This is the day we stand or fall. You may be going down, but I trust you will do it with pride and dignity. It's do or die now, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
guess I'll find out when I'll give you
Which
let's
one
know.
will it be for you?
Let's go to our next BT and just have a look at that one.
First contact. It was worse than we had ever imagined. There could be no peaceful coexistence. It soon became clear that there could be no coexistence.
Then how is a
We
diplomacy?
could hardly put up a fight. And when faced with total annihilation, we turned to the last option we had. The Pegasus expedition.
Oh.
Our best and our last sent far, far away, with almost nothing to work with, but absolutely everything to achieve. This is all we have. There is no plan B for humanity. But it's not over yet. We may be stubborn, hot-tempered, petty, and unforgiving. It's a miracle we've even come this far. But we have. And when we are face to face with the end, we don't accept it. We don't care about the odds. Out of primitive instinct, we fight. That end is now in sight. We stand at the final crossroads, as if we have a choice. But we are who we are. We never bend. We never give up. We never forget. So we'll fight. We will fight like hell.
Well, we'll see. It could be really good, but we're feeling it's trying to do too much with too little. I mean, it's an indie one, so we can't expect too much. We'll just see. It could be really good. I'm just not holding up a lot of. Against the Storm Jagged Alliance, I'm really looking forward. Blasphemous looks like it'll be out my ballpark. Or wheelhouse, rather. Oressa might be okay. Fort Solis and Pegasus I'm intrigued by. Dordogne could be good, but as I say, I'm reticent. And boxes I'm pretty sure won't be my thing. But going forward over the next few days to next few weeks, by the end of the month, we'll take a quick let's look about 30 minutes or 60 minutes at each of them. Join us then.